G'day guys, that's my say, and what I'm doing today is I'm just going for a look to see if I can find some Waratahs out in flower. It's probably a little bit late in the season, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully they'll be still out. But anyway, I've come to a place where I have found Waratahs before, and actually quite a few, and just going to have a look down now. I'll just show you, well, you won't be able to find where I am, it'll be pretty hard, but if I walk down this gully, probably a bit hard to tell, but that's a gully there. If I walk down this gully, I know I eventually come to a place where there are a whole heap of Waratahs. So we'll go for a walk and see what we can find. Alright, we have some success. Not as many as I thought there'd be, but there's a few around. The local rural fire service did some burning here, not the winter just gone but the winter before, and I'll just pan around. You can see there's a fair bit of damage, well I guess wouldn't call it damage, but there's a fair bit of burning gone on in the bush here, and it's probably, while it's knocked down the Waratahs, it has lent to a lot of new ones sprouting up. So we'll go and have a look at these ones down here. I just have to look where I'm stepping so I don't go stepping on a Joe Blake. For those people who don't understand that, overseas a snake. So you can see there, Waratah. Unfortunately, if you can see that there, that's what happens sometimes. You get idiots come down here cutting flowers for themselves. If too many people do that, then there's no flowers left. There's another one there that's been cut as well. So unfortunately someone else knows that there's Waratahs down here. That's why I don't tell many people that they're here. So you've got those two there. I'll have a little bit more of a look and see if I can find some more. Found something pretty cool here, guys. It looks like one of our local Australian native ground orchids here. I've had a pretty close look at this flower and I'm pretty sure it's an orchid. As far as I can tell, rather than having a stamen and things with pollen on them like normal flowers do, they have a pollen cap which is usually lifted off by an insect when it goes into one flower and then deposited onto the female part of the flower when it goes into another flower. So I'm pretty sure it's an orchid. It's amazing how here you can see it's just flowered in the middle of all these ashes from the hazard reduction that the fire brigade did. So there you go, bit of a phoenix flower I guess, rising from the ashes. Here's one cool thing that comes out of fires all the time, is what we often refer to as black boys. I know it mightn't be the most politically correct thing, name to call them, but what the hell. And after a fire is when these things will flower, and you can probably see, oops, if I go in rather than out, you see there where the cockies have been chewing on the flowers there. I usually love to chew on those things a bit. Very cool. Black boys or kangaroo tails, when they seem like that, I'll sometimes call them kangaroo tails, because it looks a bit like a kangaroo tail. But when these things grow up a bit more, this is only a pretty young one because it's low to the ground. If I see a higher one, I'll show you why they call them black boys. Okay, let's move on. Righto, just heading up this ridge a bit more. I've found one that gives you a bit of an idea why they call them black boys. You can see the trunk there, where it has been burnt, up to where the new leaves have spread out of the top. It's all black, and they'll pretty much stay black that way for the rest of their years. And yeah, they're always black like that, so they call them black boys. Alright, I've moved up into an unburnt section of the bush now, and I've found another little orchid. If I can get in close to give you a good look, it's a bit hard with my Primitive Gold camcorder, but that's another little native ground orchid that we have around this area. And if you look carefully and you know what you're looking for, I might just fix these petals up a bit. Yeah, if you know what you're looking for, these things are around all over the place, and yeah, so they're pretty cool. We'll keep moving on, see if we can find some more Waratahs in some unburnt parts. Got another one here which I'm pretty sure is another orchid. I'm just not totally convinced. It's a bit hard to see that column, whether it's got a pollen cap on it or whether it's got the stamen. But it's pretty typical of our ground orchids here. Very few leaves, just one little strappy leaf here, just coming out of the ground, and not many other leaves at all, just one strappy leaf coming off the side and the flower spike. But there's been a few of these around here. It's they're not that easy to spot, although these ones do stand out a lot higher out of the ground than the others. And I'm still looking for some more Waratahs. We'll see what we can find. Got a little clump of flowers or plants here, or stalks. Not quite old enough to flower, except for one where some idiot has cut the flower off. So it really annoys me. I'd rather they leave it there so they can come have a look at it and everyone else can look at it as well. Now, no flowers. The one flower people could have looked at is gone. Stumbled across this big old tree here. Been there for a while. Still growing. Just one lot of branches coming off one side. That's about all it's doing at the moment. So the size of that trunk there, it's been there for a while. I'd say it's starting to struggle. Been burnt too many times. You see the big chimney there. And the poor old fellow won't have much longer. There you go, the only two actual flowers I could find after 2 hours of walking through the bush were the two that behind me that I found right at the beginning. Some, like I said, I showed you, there were a few that were cut off. Unfortunately, when people start cutting the flowers off, then what you get is no seeds being produced in the bush. Eventually, if it goes on long enough, there'll be no flowers in the bush. And I understand the reason they cut them off is because the ones you buy in the shop are overpriced. But hell, if there's none left in the bush and all you can buy is the oversized, overpriced ones in the shop, then what sort of situation are you in then? Anyway, that's enough preaching for now. Hope you appreciate the effort I've gone to. It's been quite a stroll through the bush, about 2 hours. I've worked up quite a sweat. I've got black crap all over my shirt from, you probably can't see it. Yep. Anyway, yeah, got black stuff all over my shirt from walking through the bush. And but it's been enjoyable. Seen a few other flowers on the way. No animals, unfortunately. No snakes, although the snakes aren't always that exciting to go across, but they're alright. They're easy to handle if you just leave them alone. Usually we see a few kangaroos and wallabies out here as well. Surprised it didn't happen across an echidna or something like that. But anyway, maybe next time we'll come for a walk out here and see what we can find then. Okay, that's it for now. I hope to see you next time. Bye.